Yo, what is up guys? It's the Goblin and welcome back to another Fortnite Battle Royale video. Now, the shotgun update really shook up this game and a lot of people are confused about which shotguns are the best in this game as of right now and how to do the most possible damage with each of these shotgun combinations, because pretty much most of the shotguns were changed in the last update because of basically what they did where you can hit a minimum of 3 pellets now. Plus they added the purple and the gold pump, which are just complete monsters, and buffed the normal pump shotguns as well by basically increasing their damage but also decreasing their range. So a buff at up close and a nerf at range. So let's talk about everything in today's video and basically give how to do more damage with shotguns, and because I think shotguns are at the point where they're probably the most important guns in this game as of right now, and if you have a good shotgun shot, if you're a good player, this update definitely favored good players. So we're going to talk about all that in today's video. My giveaway winners, where I'm gifting skins to people, I announced them and I showed me gifting all the skins in my last video about the Fortnite characters inspired by movies, so make sure to check out that video. And also, if you guys want to, I'm going to be gifting people the next time I'm gifting people will probably be in a couple of days here in a video. If you guys want a chance, all you guys have to do is be subscribed to my channel. If you're not subscribed, you can subscribe right now and simply just comment down below your Epic Games name. I just pick people, I add them, and then I show me gifting in a future video. So pretty self-explanatory. Also, I'd appreciate if you guys could smack that like button. That would be absolutely awesome. You guys have been killing the like button lately. Let's go for 2K likes on this thing. That would be awesome if we could hit 2,000, and let's talk about this. So yes, shotguns are in a great spot in this game right now, and there's so many different shotguns that we have to talk about. So what was affected by this buff was any shotgun that shoots in sort of pellet form. So immediately I knew this buff would apply to most of the shotguns. The only one I wasn't sure about was the double barrel, if that shot slugs or pellets, and I did a little bit of research from the Fortnite Gamepedia, and it basically says that the double barrel shoots shells and slugs and fires 10 pellets like all of the other shotguns, but has a larger spread, a lower headshot multiplier, and a 2-second cooldown timer when swapping other shotguns. So basically this buff seemingly does affect the double barrel in this game as well, and basically what they did is you're guaranteed to hit 3 pellets now out of the 10, even if you only hit for 1 or 2. So up close, you're never going to be hitting for like 7 or 5 or whatever up close. Your minimum is now like 20 or 30 pretty much with most of the guns. That is of course up close. At range, you can still hit people for 1 or even 0 or whatever, you know, because there's range limits to the gun. So basically this buff affected all of the weapons, but what really shook it up was by throwing the pump shotgun into the game. And to figure out which shotguns are the best and to do the most damage, we have to do a little bit of calculation. So as of right now, in my opinion, the best shotguns in this game are the pump shotguns, and that is because 3 of the pump shotguns have one-shot potential. And what that means is someone from 200 health, you can instantly delete them with a shotgun to the head. So let's talk about the pump shotguns, because these are what I believe are the best category of shotguns in this game as of right now, and I'll tell you why. First of all, they did do some changes to the range on them, but you can look at the damage of these shotguns. First of all, every single one of them except the green is hitting for 100 damage. That's to the body. So if you pick up a blue shotgun early game, you don't even have to headshot the players. You can just run around body shotting people early game, and they'll have 100 without shield for easy kills. And of course, the headshot multiplier on these is ×2. So that means that the blue pump can hit for 200, the purple pump can hit for 210, and the gold pump can hit for 220. And that's absolutely crazy. Of course, other changes come with those, but that's super duper cool. The green pump is the only one that can't do that one-shot potential. Hits for 95 max or 180. So there's a huge difference nowadays between the green pump and the blue pump. Before much more than before. So out of the pumps, if I have the blue, the purple, or the gold, no matter if it's late game, I don't really care. All 3 of those shotguns I'm super duper comfortable with. Now you want to use them sort of not at long range, but close to medium range. You want to aim for the head still to hit that multiplier. And with every single shotgun in this game, you want to be aiming for the head, except for the double barrel, because the multiplier is only 125 on that. But when it's 2.0 and the multiplier, pump shotguns are the best category shotguns in this game as of right now, and to do big damage you have to be using those and to aim for the head. Now the reason why I think pumps are better than tacs is because, let me show the numbers of the tacs. As you can see, these weapons of course are very good at and can do a higher damage per second. However, that's not really how this game works. You know, most of the time it's not, if it's 2 people fighting, you're not just spraying at each other with no building. That's usually 2, not so good players fighting. In most fights, people are going to be the, you know, shotgun build, catch yourself build. And that's why I think that the tac shotgun is good for people that, I mean, it is personal preference. If you like the tac, sure, like if someone comes into your build and you miss that pump shotgun, you're going to be screwed. The tac shotgun is better if you miss that first shot, or if you get caught up close and, you know, you're not comfortable with your shot. Tac shotgun also is very, very cool at close. It has even worse range than the pump, but it's good in the early game. And you can see when it comes down to it, the damage the max you can hit with the blue pump is 74, and then times to that, the max you can hit is 148. So you don't even have one shot potential to someone at 150 health. Of course, this is the tac shotgun is semi-automatic, so you're tap, 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 tap. And I think the tac shotgun is good if you're up close with them, if you can hit those headshots, and especially like early game, like tilted towers or something like that. I think tac shotgun is nice, but when it comes down to late game and when it comes down to the mid game, when I'm build fighting people, at that point is when I usually upgrade to the pump. So the tac and the pump, I think it's all personal preference, but when you're in build fights and if you have the tac, your mindset has to be a little bit different. You need to try to get close to them. If you have the pump, you can just try to get high ground and rain down on them. Now, the other shotgun is the double barrel. Now, the double barrel, they reduce the drop percentage of this as well. And in my opinion, the double barrel is, even though this buff does affect it according to the Fortnite Gamepedia, I mean, I haven't tested it myself, but you guys can see, like, the damage you can do with this is amazing, and the double barrel is still the one that can surprise people up close and boom boom just delete people up close. But this is even a more extreme version than the tac. The tac you can use at some sort of close ranges. The double barrel, you practically have to be hugging the enemy player or giving them a handshake or a high five. You have to be in the same 1-by-1 pretty much, or the same room for this to be effective. And I just think that the double barrel, it's losing its spot in this game, and that's because of the continuous nerfs. Sure, it still is good if you combine it with the grapple gun, or to surprise some people. Like if you're carrying 4 guns, maybe maybe you're carrying your AR, then your pump, then your SMG, then your shields, and maybe in that 5th slot you have a double barrel just in case someone gets really close to you. That's a good thing, but I wouldn't carry the double barrel as a standalone shotgun, and I carry shotgun with every single loadout because I think it's probably the most important gun in the game. The AR and the shotgun are the 2 guns that I really never ever go without. So that's what I think about the double barrel. And then the other one we have is the heavy shotgun. Now, this is where it gets confusing because with the pump buff, pump and tac, they're still both great and people still go with their personal preference. In my opinion, I think the pump is better just because there's way more one-shot potential, big damage potential, and how it works with my play style with build fights, If you're someone that plays, tilted towers and doesn't build, just early game goes, tries to wreck people, tac can be nice. Other thing with the tac is usually take more damage. So if I'm using a tac or a double barrel, if I have 10 minis and a chug jug, I'm more likely to pick up those than if I have nothing and I sort of have to work with the health that I have. So the heavy shotguns, you can see with their stats right here, basically the damage per second is around the same as the pumps. The damage is weaker. You have bigger magazine size, a faster fire rate, and more range. So that's what you get out of the heavy shotguns. And you also get the fact that the heavy shotguns headshot multiplier, and by the way, the double barrel headshot multiplier is only 125. So with those ones, just try to spray to the body. Everything else is 2.0, but the heavies are 2.5 times multiplier. So if I do some quick math here, if it's hitting for 77 times 2.5, the max these ones can hit for is around 192 or 193, I think, and that's with the gold one. So your strength comes in here with the heavy is you get you don't do as much damage to the head at close range as any of the pumps do, except the green, you do more than the green. But in my opinion, the heavy gets its strength by having the better range, the better fire rate, and the better magazine size. So what the heavy is good for is I think the heavy is good for really, really good players that are going to be using a shotgun and getting high ground above people and shotgunning down and hitting them in the head. The heavy shotgun is sort of like that weapon that if everything goes right, it can be a monster, but that's very, very rare that everything goes right. So in my opinion, as of right now, I would take a heavy probably over the green pump, and over the blue pump I think it comes down to questionability, because with the blue pump you have that one shot big damage, better damage to the body, better damage to the head, but a slower fire rate, less range and less bullets. You have 5 bullets before you have to reload versus 7. So personally, I like having that big damage, so I would go with the blue pump over the heavy as of right now, or blue pump over a purple heavy I probably would, and then blue pump between gold. It's pretty much up to personal preference. Like I say, if you're taking the heavy shotgun, you have to know that you're good at hitting headshots. It's a confidence move. If you're a beginner player or a 1 KD player, don't take the heavy shotgun, because for that to be, used to its max potential, you have to be outbuilding the opponent and also hitting those headshots for that multiplier. Pumps are really, really nice to use, and anything from the blue pump up to the purple and gold, I'm very comfortable with, and that's how you can do the most damage with shotguns in this game. Always be aiming for the head, except with the double barrel, and, pick the shotgun that works to your playstyle the best. Thanks for watching, guys. Drop a like, subscribe if you guys new. Check out some other vids, and I'm out. Peace.